Hello, in this session I'm going to show you how to install containerized applications with Docker and Portainer on your NAS box. So there are three steps. We need to install Docker, we need to install Portainer, which is a management interface for Docker, and then we're going to install an application called Jellyfin, which will allow you to watch movies that are stored on your NAS using a web browser. So first thing first, we need to install Docker. I will leave the link in the description, but essentially you go on the Docker website and you just follow the process here for the Debian Linux distribution. So I've copied already all these instructions on the here, and we're going to basically get going. So I'm copying this. Obviously I need to log in first. Sorry, let's try again. Okay, and then we do a sudo. Okay, now I just have to paste all these different comments. Fine. So I'm not going to describe what they do. Fine. Okay. This one is going to download something. Good. This, and this one is a whole line by itself. So we need to copy this and paste it. And hopefully that this has worked. And now update. Yes. So now the Docker repository is available for download, and we just need to get going with the next step. So here it's easy. I just do the latest version of Docker. Copy this, paste it. Yes, I want to install this. Okay. And now we should have Docker running. So just this. It's going to download the application, pull the different layers. Yes. So this message shows that your installation appears to be working correctly. Perfect. And then if I type docker yes. Okay, that's fine. So this is it for Docker. I'm not going to go and describe what Docker is and all the different commands, because we want to use this a bit more easily. So we're going to install Portainer on top of Docker. So again, this is the link for Portainer on Linux, and we just need to follow the different commands. So we need to create a volume, easy, and copy this. That was a copy. It's pulling all the different layers again. And that's it. If I run docker ps, we got our application running on port 94443. So now I can log into our application. And again, there's no certificate, so we need to say this is okay. And this is your first view of the Portainer management system. So I'm going to create my username. Password is at least 12 characters long. Sorry. Okay. Now you've got Portainer up and running, except that there's nothing in it. There's not much to do. So just to give you a bit of insights, you get two images. That's the one we tested, the hello world and Portainer. But essentially you can't do anything with this right now. And what we're going to do is to install Jellyfin. So Jellyfin is a containerized application that allows you to create a library of movies or TV series and watch them directly on your web browser from your Docker application. So I'm going to use this tutorial and I will put the link in the description. So what we want to install is the Linux server Jellyfin application. So I'm going to follow this step by step. I'll go back into my Portainer, create a new container. I'm going to call this Jellyfin. And this is the image I'm going to use. And then I'm going to follow this step by step. Image, manual network, and we need to create 3 ports here. 1896 TCP, sorry, 1896 TCP, 1896 has to be TCP. Second one is 7359 UDP, and the last one is 1900 UDP as well. UDP. Okay, that looks good. The next step is to go to the advanced container settings, and we need to create some volumes. Okay, so let's go to volumes, volume, map and new volume. So the container that we're going to create is config. and it's going to be a bind type of bind means that it's going to map to the host file system. So we need to know where this host is going to be, and the example that it's showing here is not what I want to do. What I want to do is to use the public folder that we've created before, and it's going to be like public movies, and actually I'm going to create a new folder called Jellyfin. Move this in there, and a new folder called config. Okay, so this is what I'm going to use for our configuration. So if you remember how we did this in the Samba section, this is going to map to the file manager, to public Jellyfin config, and you see that it's actually, this is going to what we're going to use, home public Jellyfin config, and I'm going to paste this here, and this needs to be writable. Map another one, which is going to be, I'm only going to use one container. You can create others. So this is for movies. It's a bind type of container, and I'm going to use movies here. Okay, config, okay. And then environment, we need to do this. So PUID 1000 environment, create a new environment. And it's going to be, oops, what was it? PUID 1000. Add another one, and it's going to be PGID 1000 as well, and the last one is going to be the time zone. Time zone is going to be Australia, Sydney, and obviously yours will be different. Okay, so if everything is correct, this should work. We got our Jellyfin, we got our image, the ports that we're using, TCP, UDP, and then the volumes and the environment variables. Okay, so now I just have to deploy the container. So this takes a bit of time because it's pulling all the different components of the applications from the web and installing them on the server. So this is running. I don't need this one anymore because it was just a test for Hello World. Remove. Okay, Jellyfin is running, which is good news. And now we're going to access it. And we're going to access it using this link here. So this is English, yes, username, so we need to create a username again. Okay. Now, need to create a media library. It's going to be movies. Display in movies. Enable the library. Yes. The language will be English. Country region will be Australia, but it could be the US. That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. And it's going to pull all the metadata from those two sources. Okay. 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 Oh, I forgot to do something. Obviously, is I need to map this to my data movies. Okay. Okay. Next, English. Tested. I don't want remote access to the server. Also, no, if you want to have access from another machine, you may need to keep this checked. Finish. So let's log in. Yes, so we already have a movie that's showing here because to prepare for this session I had copied this file here, which is an old black and white movie from the 40s, which is a free movie, and you can see that it has been picked up by Jellyfish straight away, and then we can actually play it. It will just work fine. And this concludes our session on using Docker and Portainer. I will not go through the whole Portainer thing and Docker, but essentially with this you can download thousands of applications from the web, whether it's from Docker or other sources, and install them on your NAS server and do whatever you want. You can use media servers, you can use proxy servers, you can use qubit torrent as well. All these different things, just like basically the sky is the limit, and that's why it's so much more powerful than using a commercial appliance, because all those appliances are limited by the choice that the vendor is giving you. So if an application is not available on this appliance, you can't get it. Whereas with this, you can. There's a bit of research that needs to happen, but you can just download the image, find the configuration that works for you, and essentially you can install as many applications as you want. So this is really, really powerful and really easy to use. I hope you enjoyed this session, and see you next time.